or you can go in a deep end and enroll yourself in an online course by Harvard.
Ooh, try. How we doing? How we doing? Look, hey, no lega jo, mpotse no lega ora manjo ke mama go ka eno tlohela jo ah ke dilo tsa mabane ke steng ora nijo ke dilo tsa mabane ah no lega jo, mpotse no lega ora manjo ke mama go ka eno tlohela jo ah ke dilo tsa mabane ke steng ora nijo.
There we are.
Yo guys, welcome back to WORD hashtag let the spoken word do what it does best and speak for itself with Guy Luyanda. Well, on this session we are powered by TMC, which is the Millennials Corner. If you want to know more about who the Millennials Corner is, make sure that you chill until the end of this video and I will give you more insights, but essentially TMC, their aim is to introduce you to the people, the ideas as well as the messages that will help you as a young person to transform your lives and change, to twist your talents into profit. That's the best way to put it. Turn your talents into profit. Dog. So I'm joined by Sbonelo Mkhize. What's up, dog?
How's it going, my G?
I'm awesome. So today I think I was very interested in talking to you about skills for tomorrow. And this is something that has been on everybody's lips. So what are these skills for tomorrow? What does it really mean when people are talking for skills for tomorrow, and how does this play into our lives as young people, dog, So kick it with us, man.
It's a very deep topic, right? Considering the situation that we found ourselves in with COVID-19 and whatever. So it seems like we are just starting to realize what it means to or what skills of tomorrow are, right? Because of the situation we find ourselves in. But essentially, skills of tomorrow are skills that, we are not in the 1950s anymore, right? So, So this is the technological age. So a copywriter or a web developer or a photographer is well positioned actually to call themselves like a skilled person for this age that we are in. So by profession, I'm a web developer, by the way. Front-end developer, even though I've written some back-end code, but I consider myself more of a front-end, more of a creative.
You just saying for a web developer might have left other people kind of with unanswered questions, Now you've made them even more curious. Unpack for me, what does a web developer do on a daily?
So you write code. You write code. A web developer writes code. Skills of tomorrow. I'm going to expand on this, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
So in a team, you would typically need a copywriter, because a coder is not the best at structuring sentences and whatnot, right?
You need to make upset.
You would probably need a UI designer for the mockups and whatever, right?
Damn, so there's a lot of people involved in a creative team, right?
Exactly.
So we've spoken about a copywriter, we've spoken about a UI designer. And I think as the show actually progresses, it will be dope if we have people in those respective fields unpack more about what a copywriter really does,
most definitely.
what a UI designer does, because I think it's also imperative for this information to get out there so that people can prepare themselves for the future, young people especially. So man, how did you get into the space?
It's quite interesting, man, because I am mostly just self-taught. I think it was back in 2017 when I discovered that there's something called coding. At that time, I just wanted to create a blog because I was still doing media at UKZN at that time.
So you studied media?
I studied media and politics with the intention of going into international relations.
We might have a lot of things to talk about.
But fast forward, I'm now a coder and I'm having the best time of my life, stretching my ability to dissect problems and come up with a solution. So when you're coding, right, you asked me what does it entail earlier on, and I don't think I actually like gave you the answer. So when those people have worked, those copywriters and the UI designers have worked, they give you designs of what they expect a website to look like. And it is your job to code that website so it can be accessible on the internet and it can be used by users.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the same as when we're searching for things on Google, right? Let's say maybe I'm trying to find how to mend a broken heart.
Yeah.
So the content that will show will be actually content that's been gotten from a website.
Yeah.
So everything that you get on your web page is a website or your browser.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
I see.
So
So that is what you do.
Yeah.
But then Joe, with the way we grew up, teen, especially as young people, black young people, we were mostly at a disadvantage. We did not have information about these things.
Yeah.
How did you find this information, and how did you maneuver to making sure that you skill yourself for relevance?
Yeah. You basically look for information. So, like I told you earlier on, when I discovered web development, it was at a time where I was doing a lot of writing at that time, right?
Yeah.
And so I needed a sort of like blog-like platform. And in my search for that, I found myself interested in actually, how is this thing made, bro? I want to learn how it's made. I don't want to learn how to use Blogger or whatever. I want to know how it's made. And so I started my journey with your basic web development stuff, which is HTML and CSS. That's like mostly what you see on the web. And then my journey took me to a lot of places. I was working a job at one point, and at night.
What did you do?
Okay, so
I'm sure you were not a porn star, though. How were you?
no, man, I actually worked decent jobs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Decent jobs.
There was a decent job in in my roots, bro. So yeah, I found myself in a lot of jobs. I've been in retail, bro. But like the end goal was to.
I want you to really tell me like the kind of jobs that you did.
Okay. Let me just take you back to a fucked up place where I found myself actually waitering. I wasn't really waitering, but like I used to help out my aunt who had a catering business. Yeah. So I used to help her out on Saturdays, and yeah, that was my pocket money throughout high school, and then when I was in university, I couldn't afford to have a job because I stayed really far from where I was studying. And then I was like, with the information that I discovered at my time at university, I'm gonna start learning how to code. And then I worked at Jeep, still learning how to code at that time. Yeah. So Jeep. No, the clothing store.
Oh, Jeep.
Yeah, the brand. So I had like a really dope time over there. It was like a chilled space. It was at the airport. I got to meet a lot of people, and I think my interaction with a lot of people actually like made me a bit more curious about the world. Yeah, and then fast forward to 2017. Fast forward to 2018, found myself at Within Code, right?
Within Code.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So over there, bro, they do like some really like hectic stuff. And with my knowledge of like CSS and HTML, bro, I was like, yes, there's still so much to learn. Yeah, bro. And so yeah, after realizing that I had to actually learn way more than I knew, I spent 2018 actually just crafting my coding skills, right? But when you don't have a degree in something, this is South Africa, you don't have a degree, you're not well connected, I couldn't find anything related to code, right? So because I had studied politics and some media, I found myself actually working for a corporate company doing sales. It's a car company, so I actually had a dope experience over there as well. But the people that I worked with actually were like, "Bro, you could be doing so much better." Yeah, because like whenever there was like some sort of like computer related problem that they had to fix, I was always there.
we got the IT
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah. So I became the IT guy, where I was doing like something completely different.
If they wanted your email address,
Yeah. I think I was with you that other time. That guy called me actually and wanted some help with his laptop. I don't know if you remember. Yeah. So it was that guy actually like taught me a lot about like following what you think you're passionate about, and because he had been in that industry for long, and he was like, "Bro, I see what you're passionate about, so pursue that." And then, bro, came 2019, right? My contract with this corporate company ends in May, and then, shit, I want to survive, but like I also want to code.
Wait, Joe, you know, your contract ended, right?
Yeah.
With the company.
Yeah.
And then you had a guy who was telling you something about following your dreams at this time.
Yeah.
And then when your contract ended, you did not have a job.
I didn't have a job.
And you were actually about to creep into that depression mode.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
what happens, you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
this knowledge that it would be dope if if I would follow my passion.
Yeah.
But then now you don't have the support, the financial support, obviously,
Exactly.
that you could offer
Yeah,
yourself,
exactly.
like data to learn more about coding.
Yeah.
You know, like how did that work out?
Yeah, that's actually a great question because immediately after university and prior to reading code and a lot of things, when I was actually like in the beginning stages of trying to learn how to code, I would say that was like the most depressing time of my life because I was so broke, bro. And I really couldn't really afford data.
You were broke chasing greatness.
Yeah, so it's really difficult, and information is something that you look for, right? And it's crazy how this just links up to like skills of the future. So yeah, there was this special that this company had of like midnight data, and I would just take advantage of that. So I was like, I lived at night. I woke up at like 2, bro, and I had my breakfast like 2
2 a.m.
No, like 2 p.m. I would wake up, have my breakfast, start my day, and then
Do you still call it breakfast?
I don't know what it was because it was like my first meal of the day. Because what would happen is I would from 12 to 6 I'm up, I'm learning how to code, and then I would sleep at like maybe 7 or 8 in the morning, and
So you actually slept at night, worked at night and chased your dreams in the morning.
Damn. I guess you could put it like that, but that's essentially what happened. But I was in a quest for learning, bro. Like I just wanted to learn because I had realized just how much I didn't know, right? And then like 2018 was actually 2019 around this time was when I actually got to be in a space that allowed me to grow like even better at my craft. And then that's when I met you, bro. Yeah.
You know, I changed a lot of people's lives. A lot of them will say, but it's cool.
That's been my journey, bro.
Yeah, that's really dope, though. But there's somebody really out there who wants to make themselves relevant, to show up and reinvent themselves, to say, this is where I'm at the kind of like edge of losing everything, or I have already lost everything, but I want to start, because what, dreams delayed are not dreams denied. I know we're here today and I want to start. Where do I go? who do I talk to if there's anybody that I need to talk to? You know,
Okay.
because I want to really upskill
Yeah.
and reinvent myself.
Okay. So there's something powerful about people who have made it in life, right? And it's their thirst for knowledge, one. And then secondly, it's you become a student of, if you want to rap, you become a student of Jay-Z. If you want to, whatever it is that you want to do, you become a student of somebody who has made it in that field, right?
What was your avatar?
Who was my avatar? Bro, my standards were super high. My avatar was Mark Zuckerberg. I later actually came to know that the guy is not actually a great coder. He's just a good business person, right? And so that even like made me more interested in the business side of what coding could be. Yeah.
Before we digress, we are talking about how to start.
How to start? Okay, so it's super easy to start, right? The most basic way to start is to go to W3 schools. It's super basic. It's like super basic stuff. W3 schools, right? If you think that content is maybe a bit too easy, you can go into Free Code Camp. Yeah, there's some really awesome content over there. Or you can go in the deep end and enroll yourself in an online course by Harvard. There's yeah.
Nice, cool. I think you need to share with us the link.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I'll put it in the description.
Most definitely. Yeah, and then I also think that as a young person, living in Joburg, for instance, where like I wouldn't say there's a lot of data is available in Joburg. If there's one thing I've realized is it's that compared to like my struggles in back where I'm from, right? Yeah. So a lot of people in Joburg and in like urban areas already have that advantage of readily available information and access to the internet.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's break it down. Now, if I want to start,
Yeah.
I just need to go to the internet and just access information.
Access
The same
information.
way I would Google how to mend a broken heart.
Hey,
And Google how to become a coder,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I can also Google skills for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'll find information there.
Yeah.
You know, because the purpose of this conversation actually is to make other young people aware that we know that these things are happening.
Yeah.
So, would you say your life has changed ever since you've discovered this is what you want to do, right? How has your life changed?
My way of breaking problems down has definitely changed. If there's one thing that code does is it energizes your brain, bro. It's like fuel for the brain because you're constantly trying to solve like it's just constantly solving problems. That's what makes it code. You you solve problems in these funny characters that you see on the screen. They're usually very colorful. You just basically applying logic and your creativity, and then telling the computer to because the computer is essentially dumb, right? And then you're just telling the computer, listen, I want you to output this for the user. Yeah.
Nah, that's really deep though. It's too dope. So you were telling me about how your life has changed. Like, how do you see your life different from then when you were in it now?
Okay. Yeah. Besides the way that I'm working now, which I wake up at, my life has changed in the fact that I have actually, I think it's the people I've met, man. It's the right type of people to be around, because with every job I've held or every space that I've been in that's not related to coding, it's 1950, bro.
Yeah.
and it's now where I feel like I'm actually like connected to this monopoly of like information and using services, bro, like services that will become eventually like very essential to everyone, like things like Amazon web servers or whatever. It's like I've gotten to see like where actually the world is or might possibly go.
And speaking of where the world might go, where do you think the world is going? It could go either, like anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it could go backwards.
Yeah.
It could go forward. Where is it going?
I think it's going forward. But it's going online, bro. It's going online. If you actually like take a moment and look at the world and everything, bro, your thoughts, everything, you try to put it online, and that's where the world is going. If you wanted to stretch it further than that, I would say like it's like the first step to like a concept called singularity. I would say this is it. Like,
Concept called singularity.
yeah, there's a concept called singularity.
So what's that concept? What does it entail?
Like singular, where where everything is just connected and it's one.
So that's where you think the world is moving.
It's moving to that because it's okay. So the world is moving online, feeding this online machine. We are giving ourselves personas online that are not our personas offline, right? And with the world going more online, those personas that are online will actually take form of who we are.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's
So there's this expression which is actually on the streets of socials.
Yeah.
Where you are an extension of your social media.
yeah,
What you post on
Yeah.
your socials
Yeah.
is the same data that will go to the person who's in charge.
Exactly. Exactly. And I've heard like people say, don't judge me by the post that I post on Facebook. And I think, man, that's like some bullshit, bro. Because you cannot post something that you don't relate to.
Yeah.
You cannot share something that you do not relate to. You cannot like something that you do not relate to.
Yo guys, we're back on WORD. So don't be, shaken about the change of scenery. The thing is, they're busy with some construction, so it was really interruptive.
Yeah.
So we had to come here, Sbonelo, just to finish off our conversation because we spoke about like really deep stuff that could help you turn your talent into profits. One tall.
Yeah.
So yeah, dog, we were somewhere here. We were somewhere here.
I think we were talking about what you post on social media
being an extension of
who you are. Yeah. So yeah, man, and I think I mentioned that we are moving towards that space really of being online and doing pretty much everything online.
Yeah.
Even the way we consume media is different. I doubt anybody listens to radio anymore. People listen to podcasts. It's all online. Netflix,
cool,
everything is online. So, man, it's your persona. What you put in there is your persona. And I'm just helping build that platform.
So do you think there are ways in which people can use social media? Well, looking at everything that we've spoken about, copywriting, website development, do you think there's a way people can use social media to scale themselves or rather to sell their services?
I think you and I have spoken about this before, right? And you actually like gave me some insight, and it actually made sense when you said that it's like you're saying something about YouTube and it starting to become like TV, right?
Yeah.
And bro, like I consume most of my music and my documentaries, whatever I want to watch, whatever I want to listen to, I go to YouTube, right? And when you look at like the adverts on YouTube, they're so long, bro. They actually have taken the form of television.
Yeah.
With social media being like sort of like the gateway into these platforms.
Yeah. We were talking about you being in this space and having found yourself, moving from retail on sales, where you sold cars and you did not connect with that shit. You then moved on and learned coding, right?
Yeah.
And then now you're in a different space.
Yeah.
You are here as a web developer. Can you say your life has changed?
Yo, it has definitely changed, bro. Like, the one thing I would say, like, my life has changed in drastically is the way I approach problems. Like, code teaches you to be a logical person, so I think I have like taken that aspect and like taken it into my personal life.
So like you apply it into your own life.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your everyday problems.
Yeah.
So you, okay, I see.
Yeah,
see.
because
So what you're essentially saying is that you can use HTML and CSS to solve your problems.
no, you definitely can't do that.
Imagine, dog. I have problems. What's in that? On a download HTML5. You are
You'll be so
sorted. You got financial problems. HTML5. You got your wife is giving you problems. HTML5. Nah. But then you're actually talking about the logic that you can actually apply into everyday problems.
Yeah,
You kind of like draw from learning how to code and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that shit is really dope, though.
Yeah.
I think that shit is really dope. So, yeah, man. What's the next thing for you? What's the next thing?
The next thing for me, I'm currently working on like the Millennials Corner website, right? Yeah, so that's going to be fire.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fire, bro.
Fire.
Yeah, and then obviously continue with where I'm working at currently, and then hopefully more growth in that space. And just continue fucking shit up.
Continue normalizing fucking shit
Yeah.
up, dog. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that. So a lot of people have been asking me, Jorge, you've been posting this trend, yeah, Jorge, kindly normalize fucking shit up. What does it really mean? And yeah, man, I think I should do a session explaining this thing, because it's a very long story, and it's something that's very close to my heart, and I can't just explain it in like 2 minutes.
And it's very powerful, bro, because
I
you
guess.
literally are fucking shit up.
You
bro.
know what I mean? Like every time I put up a post, somebody would ask me, what does this mean?
Yeah.
What is fucking shit up? And then once I have explained it to somebody, then they will go on to share it onto their own platforms to say, kindly normalize fucking shit up. It is making an
The
impact.
power of media.
It
bro.
is making an impact.
Power of
though.
media.
Yeah. So yeah, man. As we're about to wrap up this session, I really had a blast. With this conversation, I learned a lot of things about data and the skills for the future. Yeah, dog. So we can just close it and wrap it and tell us where to find you. And
Okay, so a nigga is not very much into social media, but I can tell you guys, you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter. There's not much content there, but if you want to check me out anyway, it's Sbonelo_O. Sbonelo_O.
okay,
Yeah,
cool. I
that's
think
it.
they got that because it
On
is on our
both.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. I think that's that. And here at WORD, we normalize closing things with powerful expressions or sayings.
Yeah.
So you have that motto that guides you, that helps you through life every day. That every day when you wake up, you like myself, kindly normalize fucking shit up.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
So what would you say for the guides you?
Okay, so I have like a personal philosophy that I follow. It was written by like a Roman emperor. His name is Marcus Aurelius, right?
Yeah.
He speaks about the idea of like dreading to wake up, right? But he's saying, look at nature, look at the birds, look at everything around you. They all wake up to fuck shit up. Right? So do the same, bro. Just wake up and do the best you can. Fuck shit up, bro.
That is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but fair. So that's it from WORD. Hashtag let the spoken word do what it does best and speak for itself. Make sure that you let your friends know that you are listening to the podcast. You can catch us on Spotify. We're on iTunes, on YouTube as well. This is the platform where we bring people to share their stories with hopes that they inspire you to turn your talent into profit. It is what it is. And I said, I'm going to talk briefly about the Millennials Corner, which Sbonelo also mentioned. So the Millennials Corner is just that platform, Bafethu, where we do everything future skills related. So you can check us out on www.millennialscorner.co.za, and we're also on Instagram, we're on iTunes, we're on Facebook. We're just everywhere, Bafethu. We're just everywhere. So make sure that you leave us a comment in the section. Like this video if you really did like this video. You want to tell them to subscribe, because I don't know how many times I've been telling them to subscribe.
Subscribe, guys. Subscribe.
Yeah, guys, I really had a blast. Thank you for joining us on this
in the
one.
Peace making jokes.
out.
Every
Peace out.
song I pull my socks. Been a young, crazy cry, rhyme scheme obvious. More sano, see a chance. Kinamo, better 5, Kaleki, Satekas. No lega, Joe, put a no lega, ora manjo, get mama, ino to hella, Joe. Ah, get it lots of my one, niggas thing, ora nijo, get it lots of my one. Ah, no lega, Joe, put a no lega, ora manjo, get mama, ino to hella, Joe. Ah, get it lots of my one, niggas thing, ora nijo, get it lots of my one.